did see a beautiful picture, right, of what Oakland's downtown skyline is going to look like. Right? Blue steel, you put it up there. Did it look gorgeous? Just for the record, I like rooftop bars. Oakland needs more rooftop bars. Listen, as a native of Oakland, as someone who has been madly in love with my city all my life, this is a very exciting time. That new skyline is actually extremely exciting to me. And I'm excited about a lot of positive momentum that Oakland is seeing. The investment that is behind those high rises. The fact that we have nearly 6,700 units of housing under construction right now, with another 15,000 in the pipeline. That is desperately needed. I'm excited about the crime trends in Oakland. I hope you all heard that last year we had the second fewest homicides in our history. That shootings are down 50%. Armed robberies are down 55%. This is the first year that I am happy to not be on one of those top 10 lists. First year. And I'm excited about things like the Oakland Promise, that in its first year saw a 9% increase in Oakland Public School graduates enrolling in four-year colleges, and that was 14% increase for African American students. Those are things that excite me. But, and you knew the but was coming, I am very worried. And I love, you kind of stole my punchline in a lot of ways, just because we think alike, okay? Those virtual reality pictures show you the beautiful skyline, but they don't tell you what it's going to look like on the sidewalk. What is that feeling at the street level? Are there going to be happy, healthy, prosperous people walking hand in hand, jogging by, riding their bikes? Or are there going to be homeless people, or unsheltered residents, as we prefer to call them in Oakland, sleeping in the doorways? Are there going to be protesters outside those new buildings, feeling completely disenfranchised and left out of this increasingly bifurcated economy? What is that street going to feel like? And who's going to be inside of those buildings? Are we going to continue to tolerate a homogeneous workforce that is not drawing on the talent, the brilliance, and different life experiences of different kinds of people that look like the city of Oakland? That is the question that we have to answer, and that's the part of the virtual reality, artificial intelligence, picture painting that I want us to turn our thoughts to right now. I hope everybody read Mark Benioff's op-ed in the Wall Street Journal yesterday. It was really, you know, I always think that it's not possible for me to love Mark Benioff more than I already do, but you know, he continues to surprise me. To talk about why government can't do it alone. That business cannot continue to keep its head in the sand and say, oh, that's politics, that's political. We are our businesses. We can't get involved in these types of policy conversations. That is a path to disaster. And I appreciate Mark. You know, I know he's always pushing the business community in San Francisco and frankly in the whole Bay Area to do better. This housing crisis, this degree gap, is absolutely a recipe for disaster if we do not address it with complete conviction and commitment right now. In fact, yesterday. The degree gap. California Competes, a bipartisan organization, full disclosure, I'm on their leadership council, has calculated that California is going to lack 2.4 million college degrees if we actually want to home grow the talent that is needed to keep this economy and these jobs going. I am, however, hopeful. And I want to talk about just 3 things that the Bay Area Council is doing that I really want to commend you for, because you are taking on these issues, not just with words, but with action and results. First, the Bay Area Employment Project. There are many days as mayor that are incredibly uncomfortable and unhappy. You can watch, there's a documentary coming out about my police force. It will be on PBS on January 22nd if you want to watch a few of those days. One of the happiest days I've ever had as mayor was walking into the Bay Area Employment Project, right? BAYAP, partnership. The Bay Area, I just call it the BAYAP. No, it's more fun to say that. A career day that was specifically focused on young men of color. I don't think anyone has ever had a job fair where they said, we are specifically wanting young men who are African American and Latino, and in fact, we are cool if maybe you've made a few imperfect decisions in your life, and you might have some little something on your record that could be a turnoff for some employers. We actually want you to come to our job fair. And I want to recognize, because this is not lip service, 600 young men have gotten jobs over the last 2 years because of BAYAP's efforts. That is changing lives. I also want to thank you for your partnership around the Children's Initiative in Oakland. This is an effort to put together a ballot measure next fall that is going to take on the kindergarten readiness gap. We know that preschool, while K through 12 education is free, preschool is not. Preschool has become a privilege. And yet when we look at the race gap in kindergarten readiness, it is shameful. 82% of our white students in Oakland enter kindergarten testing as ready to learn. Only 26% of our African American boys, 29% of our Latinos. That is shameful. And I really appreciate the Bay Area Council's partnership in looking for a way to radically change that gap, as well as to support the increased results of the Oakland Promise on our graduation rates and college enrollment. And then finally, and I know you all were told that I had an exciting announcement. Finally, I really want to lift up the work that you are doing with the Future Designers and Builders program. When I talked about who do we want in those beautiful skyscrapers that you just saw, I know who I want. I want young people full of talent like Maria and Mateus. Where are you? Please stand up. All right, great. Keep standing. Get your applause. Awesome. All right, just feel the love in this room for you. Right now, everybody is going to use their visualization powers to envision these 2 incredible young people on that rooftop bar in Oakland, holding down some fabulous job in design or architecture, construction management, or maybe you're just the CEO of the anchor tenant of that building, all right? You all envisioning that for you? All right, you felt it? All right, you may now sit down. This is a fabulous initiative. It started with the expansion of Oakland's treasure, which is UCSF Benioff's Children's Hospital. The hospital is doing a major expansion, so why not take young people through the process of a major construction project and let it be a living laboratory for them to envision themselves in these types of careers. And today, I want to give a special shout out to 2 new partners of the Future Builders and Designers and Builders project, and that is Steel Blue and Microsoft. Companies like Steel Blue and Microsoft are stepping up. They are caring about that virtual reality, not just of what the skyline looks like, but what the street level feels like, about who is inside those beautiful buildings. And I encourage us to continue to support and expand on incredible projects that the Bay Area Council is doing that is going to make that visualization a reality. Thank you.